Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. It's a little bit chilly, although it's not actually. It's super hot because it's summertime. But yeah, this map is chilly. And this map is tough, man. I'm not looking forward to it. So, General, there looks to be a lot more enemy soldiers ahead, mostly Daien, but there are some crows from Kilvas as well. More than our last fight? Yeah, there's a lot, but the most troubling thing is that King Kilvas is with them. The Crow King himself is cooperating with Daien? Yep, and compared to other crows, the king is in a class by himself. Obviously, he's no match for our king, but anyway, you should move carefully. An entire unit under the command of King Kilvas, I think that bodes ill for us. The outcome of the battle hinges on how we deal with them. Kilvas soldiers, As a fellow bird tribe, Lagoose, what can you tell us about them? Please don't lump us together with those carrion birds. We're not partial to the crows. As you know, we are outmanned by the Daien troops. Is there any way you can get the ravens to withdraw? That would be a tremendous help. Well, I suppose I could go meet with King Kilvas if I had to. I don't think that my speaking to him is going to make any difference, though. If you like, we will try, but don't expect anything to come of it. No matter the circumstance, I will never again speak to a crow. No matter what we decide, sitting here like this is giving the enemy more time to prepare. You're right, come on, let's get moving. Alright, yeah, this is tough, man. We gotta get... Janeth, Titania, Rolf gets out of here. I beefed up Shinon a little bit, but he's really not that good, man. Rolf, I think, gets much better than Shinon. We gotta keep Racing and Janeth in here. Because if you successfully talk to the Crow King as one of the Hawks, either Janeth or Olki, Nasela will then go up to Racing and apologize, and all the crows on this map flee. Well, see, he's got Vantage and Vortex, which has the same effect as Wind, which is super effective against crows. Or, I mean, hawks. So this is very hard. Somehow you have to get in range of him just to talk to him and keep Janeth and Racing alive. Much less everybody else, and there's ballistas all over the place. So yeah, this is probably going to be the hardest chapter yet. What do we got to lead the pack? Swords, so we need Nephany. What the heck was that? Let's try that. The Korean army has arrived. I hope they are prepared to pass into oblivion, for this will be their final resting place. Sorry for yawning again. Crimean stragglers joined with an army on loan from Begnion. I've even heard they have a betrayer in their midst, and yet they still march on. What an odd group, but as long as Kilvas stands at the side of Daien, they have no future. I suppose they're just unlucky. I hate that guy, man. It appears the enemy has spotted us. Well, a group this large is hard to miss. How will you proceed? No tricks, nothing fancy. We'll hit them hard from the front. Fast and hard. I'm sure you're already aware of this, but if you don't do something about Kilvas, you're at a disadvantage. Yeah. Now that I think on it, King Kilvas and Prince Racing used to be close friends. Did you ask him to speak to the king? He was most emphatic in his refusal. It seems that Nasela was responsible for Racing's capture at the hands of Duke Tanis. I can't really blame him. Duke Tanis always reminds me of Biff Tannen. They weren't very excited about the suggestion, but yeah, we gotta try. You could command them to do it. There's an antagonism between the tribes that we don't understand. I'd rather not force the issue. Trying to coerce them into it would be unfair. I will let them do as they please. That is so very like you. However, giving orders that are unpopular is often necessary when one is in command, and maybe so, but I can only do things the best I know how, my own way. Come, it's time to go. Ike's not having it, man. Alright. Ballistas galore. Shinon has a skill on him called Provoke, which is supposed to make people attack him first. So, getting him in the range of the ballistas is a strategy. We'll lead with Nephany because of this sword guy. Killer Axe is frightening, though. Hold on, how far of a range does this second ballista have? I seem to remember way back in 2005 doing it this way. Oh, Racing can't move worth a crap. Leith can handle the Killer Axe, maybe, right? I really don't know if that critical happens. We got these crows. I think you get more bonus experience the more crows you leave alive on this map. So, like, the ideal way of playing it is to ignore the crows, go straight to Nasela, have him talk to Racing, and then just defeat the Daien soldiers, but that's way easier said than done. I'm just putting everybody in there. I don't know what else to do. We have Mist. Mist can repair any damage that might happen, as long as they don't straight up die. Oh wow, she dodged that. Okay, that was planned. This could be bad. Oh, man. Alright, that was good. Killer Axe. Man, this really is a Nephany map, isn't it? Nephany and Marcia. The crows are already fleeing. Alright, let's just be aggressive. Okay, so he can go that far, which means... Janeth, race and sing your song. Take out that ballista. Now he's in range of everything, which worries me greatly. 18 times 2. He's done. Alright, so Racing should be safe. Because Racing has, like, no defense. But Janeth might be screwed. I really don't know what to do other than press on and hope for the best. Yeah, this would be a map, the action replay code where you can control the enemy units with the press of the D-pad. I would be using it, man. Alright, Racing is definitely safe. The ballistas are out. And we just got a sword squadron. case Nephany runs out, let's get the Killer Lance to be second. I guess. I don't know what sword to use. Just move in the back row. Oh yeah, Marcia. So far this is going well. It's just whatever happens on this next turn. That'll do it. Marcia can attack the other ballista too, because she has that movement. Get out of here, clowns. By the way, I had that final pudding pack that I was telling you. Remember I said the one tasted like Bo Derek? Yeah, it was actually good. So something must have been wrong with that one. It must have been like partially open and I didn't realize, and it just got nasty. And that's the latest in the pudding adventures. No! Okay, that worked. Everybody is a little bit back now. Nephany is not going to get killer axed. I hate restarting so much. Nice critical, otherwise that wouldn't have worked. Which is weird because it worked before. Alright, Janeth. What do we do? What is the strategy here? Get in range of the Wyvern and hope for the best? We need Shinon and Boyd back here. It's just frustrating because it makes you sit through all this crap and then something stupid happens. Oh, come on, he's ranged. Shinon, that worked out well. Longsword? I guess we could give that to Ike later on. Okay, we're alive. And the Sailor is still there, the Ballista is still there, the Wyvern is still there. Ten times 2 times 2. If I move Rayson up, he's in ballista range. But if I don't do anything, he's dead. We know the wyvern's gonna kill him. I don't like this at all. It's just anxiety-inducing, man. Oh, he's outside of the ballista range. Okay, so kill the wyvern. Take things slow instead of going headstrong like we did. I thought Nasela moved up along this path. I have no idea how to approach this. I thought it was move up the left path and talk to him up here. I just have this horrible feeling that I'm gonna go like a turn or two more and then something awful is gonna happen again. And it's gonna really kill my mood to want to play this game. But this is the only chapter that's kind of like this. There's some hard stuff and your units can die in any chapter, but this is the only one with the stupid King of the Crows just randomly, like, end game boss power. Just sitting in the middle of the map. How good is Shinon anyway? He's got a longbow. Nine times 2. Yeah, like nothing compared to what I remember Rolf turning into. But that's assuming you feed everything to Rolf and max him out. And it might even be even more than that, because I use action replay all the time. I don't care about the bonus experience, just take them down. I was able to eat potato skins. That was very tasty. It's one of my favorite foods, I think. Yeah, Nephany. But yeah, I chewed only on the other side of my mouth, because I still don't trust my tooth yet. There's a point in this game where it starts to feel a bit too long. Like you need to take a break halfway through. Which I get the feeling the viewing is gonna drop off on it because of that very reason. Plus, Let's Play viewings just drop off in general. Especially after part 1. We just gotta wait. We gotta hope that our Janeth and Rayson plan works. And we have to wait outside of his range. I wonder if I should have moved him along with Ike. Oh, that sucked. How the heck are we gonna do this? Shannon, please don't suck. I need your help real bad right now. 76% chance. 71. 81. Alright. We gotta attack it again. There's nothing for it. We gotta take care of the... We gotta heal Janeth. Take out the Wyvern. Make him go again. And take out the Ballista. Hey. B-rank staves. I don't know what's gonna happen. I really have no idea. I'm just gonna have to sing the song and hope for the best. It really sucks that racing has to be on this map. That's what makes it tough. Alright, Janeth is no longer even attacking, which means he might take more damage, and Nasela's gonna come right for him. Okay. Defeat boss. That's the clear category. Which makes me wonder... We could take on the boss as Ike. He's got a sonic sword that uses magic, not strength. 12 versus 13, so that's actually worse for him. Anything could happen. I have no idea. I don't know what to do. $79. 84. But the one does more damage. Your fighting style is unique. It is rough and awkward, yet terribly strong. Who was your teacher? My father. Really? Then we are the same. My father taught me to wield a sword as well. Neither of us can afford to lose. God, when Aether kicks in, it's amazing. That's it. That ends everything. So the whole talking to Nasela thing, we don't even have to worry about anymore. I was surely gonna lose a unit next turn. King Nasela, the Daien army has been routed. How nice, what a lot of braggarts they turned out to be. Very well, let us withdraw as well. Are you sure if we retreat now, what will General Petrine say? Promises made to humans are worth less than a dead snake. Forget about her. Losing the remainder of our payment stings, but still, you can't buy your life back, can you? Good point, well made, sir. Fly, my dark wings, we return to Kilvas. We won, somehow, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't like that chapter. Ike, may I have a word? And if I don't mind, Princess Valencia, would you join me as well? Please join me in that building. What could it be? Let's go see. This is... holy. Incredible, no? It's gold, all of it. Daien must be filthy rich. There's so much, it doesn't even seem real. What do we do with it? It's the spoils of war, so naturally it's ours. In that case, I'd like to borrow 50,000. Would that be all right? That's a lot of money. What are you planning on doing? It's a private matter. I apologize, Commander. You're not a child. There's no reason for me to pry. My lord Ike, please use this gold for the mercenary company. Until now, I haven't had the resources to adequately pay them, so please. No, if I may borrow the 50,000, that will be more than... You won't borrow it, you'll accept it, and in good faith. The remainder we'll give to Soren for company maintenance. Would that be all right, Princess Valencia? Yes, of course. That must be nice. I already heard, you dunderhead. I hated those filthy crows right from the start. Even so, to be betrayed in such a fashion, someone will pay for this. Oh, you certainly had your way with us, didn't you, King Kilvas? But if you want to make an enemy of Daien, then so be it. Once Gallia is fallen, we'll turn our attention to your puny nation and wipe it off the face of the world. Why are you still there? Do you find me amusing? Shall I make my lance dance for you? No, ma'am. No, never. No, baby. Dog's breath. I need something, a brilliant plan. If this continues much longer, the king will have my head. You wanted to see me? You've waited a long time. Take this. It's the gold you were promised. Finally scraped it together, huh? I'll gladly accept it. Aren't you going to count it? There's no need. I'll trust you. Alright then, I'll take what was promised, the report you wrote for my father. There isn't one. What? There is no report. Never was. You lied to me? You exploited my need to know more about my father? There is something I must tell you, however, it could not be written down. It is too great of a secret for that. Your father told me to wait until I thought you were mature enough to hear it, and then tell you myself. Mature? Then what was the 50,000 gold for? Ah, the gold, that was my idea. I thought it would be a good way to test how resourceful and responsible you were. Get started, I want to hear it all. I've spent a long time as Grail's hired shadow, a long time. I remained hidden from sight in case the day ever arrived that I needed to fulfill my contract. All that time for one job. What was it? If Grail were ever to go berserk, I was to stop him. I was to take his life. What? Actually, there was one other thing. If Grail were ever slain by his pursuers, I was to watch over his son and tell him Grail's secret at an appropriate time. That was my job. Berserk? What are you talking about? Why would you have to kill my father? Because of Laren's medallion. Laren's medallion? The medallion your sister carries. That old bronze thing? I thought it was just a keepsake of my mother's. Are you telling me that it's something more? Grail told me it was an object of great peril, but nothing more. I did some investigating on my own, though, and what I discovered surprised me. Tell me. Laron was one of the Heron clan, an ancestor of our Prince Racin, who carried with him a bronze medallion. Long, long ago, a band of heroes defeated an evil god and imprisoned it therein. What? I don't remember that. An evil god? Do you think this is funny? You are joking, aren't you? Unfortunately, I'm not, and I've no idea how the cursed thing came in Grail's possession. That being said, I do know that the men who hunted your father were actually seeking the medallion. Why they wanted it and what they planned to do with it, just thinking about it gives me chills. I'm finding all of this a little hard to believe. You said the medallion was an object of great peril, didn't you? Then why would my father allow Mist to carry it around? That doesn't make any sense. It's because she can carry it safely. Actually, she's the only one who can. If you want proof, think back. Have you ever once touched it? No, I haven't. A long time ago, I remember reaching out for it while Mist had it in her hand. My father scolded me harshly. After that, I assumed it was my sister's alone, and I never reached for it again. Compared to other people, the balance within your sister is extremely strong. Your mother, it seems, was the same. That's why they could bear it safely. The medallion is like a strong poison. It takes the worst aspects of a person and magnifies them thousandfold. Grail touched it only once and it drove him to complete madness. So that's what you meant when you said he went berserk? That's right. The Orc and Laguz are made up of two forces, balance and chaos. In this, there is no difference between us. It is the proportion of balance to chaos that determines how much the medallion affects a person. In that sense, it predicts how much harm that person might do. Your father was one of the preeminent swordsmen of his generation. That day, after he touched the medallion, 20 soldiers had come for him. 20 highly trained killers. Your father barely broke a sweat cutting them down. Then he began attacking his neighbors. Those who had taken him in concealed his identity and called him friend. He slew them one by one until your mother rushed in, thinking only to save her husband from himself. It was over in an instant. Your mother grabbed the medallion from his hand and stepped away from him. They say she smiled as she pulled his sword from her breast and forgave him as her life's blood spilled into the street. My father killed my mother? No, that can't be. It was the medallion. Its power is too great for any man, even one of your father's caliber. Me, you, if either of us touched it, I'm certain that we both would have been consumed by madness. When your father regained his senses, he tracked me down. It seems he'd heard rumors of me for some time. He said he had need of someone like me, close-mouthed, skilled, and most importantly, willing to do any sort of work. Of course, after hearing what he wanted me to do, I turned him down. Grail was once a famed general. He was Sir Gawain, one of Daien's 4 riders, and I recognized him at once. There was no chance someone like me would ever be able to stop him. But you took the job anyway. Why did you change your mind? Grail had lost his wife and his grief was overpowering. To keep anything like that from happening again, he crippled himself. He slashed the tendons in his sword hand so that he could not wield a sword again. I took the job only because he had become someone my skill could handle. And even then, he was still far stronger than most men. I don't know what to say. That is Grail's secret, as I know it. I now entrust to you the responsibility of seeing that the medallion does not fall into the wrong hands. Your sister must keep it. As my father lay dying, he told me to forget everything and live in peace. What did he mean? He didn't want you to lose yourself and go hunting for revenge, I suppose. He was killed much, much sooner than he ever expected to be. So my father's dying wish was for me to protect the medallion? If I can do that, everything will be alright. I believe so. At the very least, that must take precedent over everything else. I understand. Oh, one last thing. What is it? Do you want to hire me in the event that you go berserk someday? If we make a deal now, you won't have to worry about it anymore. As for payment, I'll just take it out of the 50,000 you just gave me. What do you say? Do it. Please. That's a wise decision, and in that case, I no longer need to conceal my true identity. Huh? Yeah, this would normally be better if we were actually using Volk. So like the Game Boy Advance, thieves become assassins. Except he was very underleveled, so he's still not useful. I'm not really a thief, I'm an assassin. From now on, I'll take on any job you've got, no matter how dirty. Father, mother, oh why? Well, it's done. Let's get to that camp again. To the base camp. The kingdom of Daien lies on the northernmost edge of Tellius. Its coastline is bathed in the icy currents of the northern sea, and frigid winds howl inland with terrible ferocity. As a result, Daien winters are raw and brutal. Ice and snow scour the land, leaving frozen scars in their wake. Through these blizzards, General Ike and the Crimean army press ever forward. Begnian's Imperial Senate may have lent Crimea troops, but even they doubt that the army can successfully fight off Daien. Yet somehow, Ike and company defy all odds and capture victory after victory. Embracing both Princess Olensia's dream of a liberated Crimea and the tragic history of his parents, Ike marches in grim silence. Chapter 20, Defending Talrega. We're getting closer. Still a ways to go, though. This can only mean one thing. The enemy knows exactly how we are going to move. With your permission, I'll begin an investigation to see if there's anyone suspicious among the troops. Ike? Ike, are you alright? Oh yeah, sorry, what is it? Nothing, I was just giving you the standard update. Shall I put it off till later? No, sorry, but can you start from the beginning? I'll pay attention this time. Good morning, you two. What's wrong, Ike? You look so sleepy. I've had a lot on my mind. I meant to sleep last night, but I was up thinking. Before I knew it, it was morning. Really? I never thought I'd hear that. Ike didn't sleep because he was thinking. I wonder if Soren will start being polite. Listen, Titania, can I just... Brother Ike! What's wrong, Mist? What am I gonna do, Ike? My medallion's gone! What? It's gone? What am I going to do? It was my only memento of Mother. Did you drop it or put it somewhere and forget? Something like that? No, I always carry it with me. I would never lose it. I had it before I went to bed last night. It vanished while I was sleeping. Don't cry. It's not your fault. But... I said don't cry. I'll find it, alright? Alright, sorry. Well, that's not good, given what we just learned about it. Are you serious? You are to begin immediately. General Petrine, if we do this thing, Daien will suffer. It's for the good of the country. Besides, it's only one territory. Stop mewling like an old woman. I hear you, and yet, if the goal is merely to stop the Crimean army, this is not necessary. The strength of my troops will suffice to... The last idiot who told me that ended up on a corpse pile. Now listen to me and listen well. No matter how passionate you are when you tell me you'll defeat Crimea, I'll never pin my hopes on a bunch of foreigners. All you have to do is stop their forward progress. That's all. My plan will accomplish this. General Petrine, do you truly think so little of us? It's true that we were born in Begnian and not Daien, but my men and I have been loyal to this country for 18 years. We have spared no effort to learn all the proper manners and customs of this land. But now, after all that, to be dismissed as a bunch of foreigners. No one asked how long you lived here. Want to know why? Because no one cares. Certainly not me. Where were you born, huh? Where were you raised? This country doesn't need squatters like you. The only people Daien can count on in times of crisis are Daiens themselves. Everyone else is just gutter leavings. So we're useless, is that what you're saying? You tell me, migrant. Why is it that your unit, which was trained to be an elite royal guard, is here patrolling this hick-infested backwater? The answer's clear to me. How about you? Oh, I'm sorry. Am I offending you? Well, here's your chance to show us your worth. Halt Crimea's advance. If you are as skilled as you claim, you should be able to limit the damage to its bare minimum, should you not? Angry is a good look for you. I look forward to seeing the results of your work. Get going, Outlander. General Shiraham, must we truly go through with this? It's such a horrific act. It's only recently that citizens hereabouts have begun to trust us. We have no choice but to obey. It's as the woman says, the only thing we can do is ensure the Crimean army is defeated as soon as possible. Open the floodgates. Do it now! Alright, the report. Got a lot of gold. Some weapons we can craft and stuff, maybe. Three-star info. Yoo-hoo, you there, young man. I have business with the general of this army. Would you convey a message? Who are you? I'm a low-born greetings. What kind of low-born greetings is that? My name is Khalil, and I'm a first-class mage. And why would a first-class mage want with this army? What's your problem? You look as if you don't believe me. Well, I suppose I can't hold that against you. It's not often you find beauty like this coupled with intelligence like mine, but it's true nonetheless. A mage, huh? Well, I guess you can never have too many mages lying around. Oh, and as a bonus, I'm quite skilled with a knife as well. Beauty, brains, and brawn. The goddess has seen fit to put the abilities of 3 people into one delectable package. Sounds like favoritism, doesn't it? Hello, are you listening to me? There's a beautiful woman talking. Yeah, the point is that you want to join the Crimean army, right? How much are you planning to charge? Well, aren't you the little businessman? Let's see, how does free sound? Suspicious, what's the catch? I like my fees to be based on performance. Watch how I do in combat and make me an offer. Depending on what it is, I'll decide whether or not to grace you with my assistance. You're not lacking for confidence, are you? Of course not, I already told you I'm a first-class mage. Let's do it. I'm not gonna use her, though. And racing, I don't really care what he has to say. Support conversations, Ike is run out. Janeth and Shinon, we could start that up. Ho, you there, halt! Hey, do you hear me? I said halt! Who are you? I'll ask the questions, thanks. I haven't seen your face around here before. Are you a new recruit? State your name and unit. I don't have time to answer questions from ignorant half-breeds. What did you call me? Hey, I'm talking to you, jerk! Say that again, go ahead, it'll be the last thing you ever say. I'm not afraid of you, human. Crossing me is the worst decision you'll ever make. You're lucky, half-breed. I'll let you go this time. Pah, it's me who's letting you go, and don't forget it, human. Yeah, so that one they probably become best friends too, or something. Anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. Next time we will defend Talgrea, or whatever it's called. Take care.